It's an absolute beautiful, brisk morning this morning. It's definitely winter. The frost is on the ground. I've made my way out to a little outback creek. I've got a few yabbies, a few worms, a couple of lures. We're going to have a crack, see if we can't catch a fish or two. I've got a few surprises lined up today. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a Mythbusters challenge. I've actually set some traps yesterday afternoon. It is winter now. It was snowing up on the hills about a week ago, and I don't know how well that's going to show on camera, but it's that bloody cold. I'm blowing fog. So it'll be interesting to see how them traps go. I've never really bothered going too much in the cold weather. I know towards the end of winter it can be really slow coming into spring because I'll get a bit keen and probably go out a bit early, but time will tell. Anyway, we've got a beautiful little creek here. We're going to give this a bit of a rattle first. I'll just move up and down the creek, I think. We might go for a walk up the waterhole, throw a line here and there, see how we go. I've made my way down to a different spot. I've just put the rod in there. There's something really interesting I can see up on that bank. I'm going to show you a little bit later. There is a little bit there too, but I think that's probably just been washed. We're going to go and check that out. First of all, I'll give you a look at this hole. I haven't actually been here before. Check this spot out. Absolutely bloody beautiful for an outback creek. Got the coolabah trees here with all their roots exposed, and it is pretty well a massive hole. I haven't actually been up around there, but just going off the maps, this is the start of the big hole. There's a narrow neck that runs all the way around there. I can see that water through there. Actually looks pretty good. We might go and check it out. But this big hole runs probably 3 times as far as you can see. Absolutely magical looking spot. I'm definitely going to have to come back here when it warms up a bit. I expected it to be a bit slow because it's about 3 degrees and we've had a month or two of really cold weather. Or not two, it's probably been a month, and the last 3 weeks has been icy cold. Of a morning when I go out, there's a layer of ice over the car. Anyway, we've found a good spot to come back to in the future, even if we don't get anything here today. I'm absolutely stoked that I've come out here. We'll go and have a bit of a look around. Like I said, I'm going to go and have a look up here. There might be something that we're definitely going to come back to. We might just go for a bit of a walk down the creek because I know there's a lot of people in different countries and in the cities that just don't get to see this sort of country. This is true outback country, to say the least. Real yellow belly territory. I'd imagine there's a lot of carp in here. Hopefully we don't get any. These old coolabah trees, if they could tell some stories, I bet you they'd have a story to tell. And I don't know whether it'd be worth bringing the traps out here and having to go for a yabbie or two. I've never done particularly well for yabbies in this creek. They're obviously in here, but there's also a lot of yellow belly, which will keep the numbers down. I'll have a bit of a quick walk around this way. Old bottle. I don't really like picking old bottles up unless it's something really unusual. There'll be something there for someone to find in the future that's really interested in bottles, which I am, but I'm not. Oh, this little hole here looks bloody nice too. We might have to find a stick and just see if we can see how deep it is over through here. I'll tell you what, I'm definitely going to come back here when it warms up a bit, because you don't get much better looking yellow belly country than this. Check that out. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, but right about there somewhere, you can see those little trees sticking up. That's a telltale sign, and they're not native. That's why I'm just a little bit excited. Anyway, we'll walk up and have a look. This is what I was looking at from a distance. You can sort of, I could see the tops of them sticking up. I've seen them before. Generally, when you find big clumps of these, it's a real telltale sign that this was probably an old Cobb and Co camp, you would call it. Old pub, I don't even know what you call them. It's basically where the inland route come through, and they had to stop and water their horses back in the old days. And it's a really telltale that it's on a big hole. These cactus plant things here seem to be the only things that survive out here from the old camps. I'm just going to have a look around and see if I can find some sort of rubbish or tin, glass, just to confirm my theory. And another telltale is we're actually on a high spot. You can look through there, all the rest of the country's fairly low, sort of dips down either side. We're on a bit of a hill, and that's where they used to make their camps, obviously, build their huts and pubs and stuff. The starts of settlements that didn't make it. I'm thinking this here's another telltale. I'm not seeing this plant anywhere else in the whole area, apart from in the vicinity of these big cactuses. So I'm guessing this is a leftover relic from whatever, someone obviously grew it there, God knows how many years ago, or it's seeded from one that was planted there. To be honest, I'm not seeing much rubbish, but that doesn't surprise me either, because over 100 years old in this sort of country, you probably won't. What didn't get burnt, pushed up, washed away, has probably just melted into the ground. I think we've found a prime spot to have a bit of a look around with the metal detector. Although I'm not seeing much rubbish laying around in the form of glass and bits of tin and whatever's left over. That doesn't worry me too much, because I've seen sites like that before that I've come back to with the metal detector. Haven't seen much sign of rubbish and found heaps of old coins. So we'll come back here. I don't know when we'll get here. Probably won't be for another month or so at least. We might just go down to the creek here and have a look straight opposite the all them plants and stuff, and just have a look if we've got any signage down here. I thought I might as well just come and check this little area out, and there is actually a bit of glass and stuff laying around here, and there's something else that I want to show you that you don't see very often. A yowie skull. Check this out. Not very often you see that laying around. See if I can get him out. A genuine yowie skull. Check out the size of it. The people that don't believe in yowies, there's the proof. Let's sit him back there. Well, that last spot was a real bust. Didn't even catch a carpio. Sat there for 2 hours, had a good explore, had a bit of a look around, found some absolute bloody nice spots to go back to when it warms up a bit and the fish become a bit more active than what they are. I really thought I would have at least caught a carp there, but the time has come. The Mythbusters special. I've got 3 traps set right down the other end of this hole and across the other side, just to be difficult. I've yabbied this hole a few times before and I found that that's the better area. So let's head down, see what we've got. That's a bit of a telltale. Trap number 1. And keep in mind, it's been absolutely freezing, so I'm not expecting miracles. Oh, what? Kidding me? My God, that's nearly better than what we do through summer. And I didn't have anything special for bait. I didn't actually have much in the freezer, so I just put dog biscuits in there. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do a trip to the butcher and get some meat and come back with some lines, I think, because I wasn't expecting that. That's unbelievable. Nice, and you can feel how cold they are too. Well, there you go. I would never imagined, I was sort of really hoping that I'd get 1 or 2. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fairly large yabbies. A couple in there that are sort of getting towards extra large. Look at this fella. Where are you, big boy? Look at that. Absolute bloody ripper. I tell you what, if them other 2, I've got 2 traps here and I've got another 1 trap in a complete different hole down the creek that we're going to check last, because I thought it would have been the better shot. Unbelievable. I thought after this morning's effort with them fish, I really started to lose hope that these would do any good at all. I was hoping for 1 or 2. Look at the colour on that. Oh yes, he fell out too. I was hoping to pull him out because he is, this one is holding on. Come on, mate. I'll just leave him sitting there. See if I can get this fella out. Have a go at that. I'll get you off the head mount and we'll just have a look at him. He is an absolute bloody beauty. Really purple, really dark. That's a nice yabby. He's going to be good eating, that one. I sort of thought they'd be a bit cold and wouldn't fight. They're still having a go at each other. Trap number 2, and it's the last trap in this hole that I've left that I reckon's going to be the best, but trap number 2, and I've sort of just put it down along the edge of these reeds. There's some really good structure in the water here, heaps of sticks and stuff, so if it does half as well as that last trap, I'm going to be laughing. Yes, it has. There's probably about the same. What have we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's actually 11. 11 bloody yabbies. Unbelievable. It was an overnight set, but I really wasn't expecting them to anywhere near as good. Check that out. Check that one out. Absolute monster. Check it out, would ya? That's a nice one. Well, I can confirm you definitely get yabbies through winter. I don't know whether the water temperature just hasn't cooled down yet, but we've had, like I said, a few weeks of really frosty mornings. There was actually snow up on the hills, which is only 40 kilometres from here. I don't know what it was, about a fortnight ago. And he is an absolute ripper. Gonna be full of meat too. I think I haven't had any in a while, so I think I'll probably just keep all those. I'll double check for eggs, but I really seriously doubt whether anything's gonna have eggs this time of year. Beauties. Trap number 3, which is the last trap for this particular hole. And I don't know whether many of you remember, I done a line fishing video off this log, and I wasn't here long, and I only kept probably 4 or 5, but they were 4 or 5 big fellas. So I thought I might as well come back. It's a good spot to test whether you can get yabbies through winter. There's only one way to find out, and from what I remember, this log is a bit dodgy, so let's say a little prayer for me. Yep. Holy Jesus. That's nearly better than what I would do through summer. You're kidding me. That is nearly a better trap than what I would get through summer. Have a go at it. Let's pick a couple of these bigger fellas. Look at them. How many is there? There'd be at least 15. I'll tip them out. Look at that. Just a mess. Absolute mess. We'll tip them out and have a look. Look at them. Bloody beauties. That is a dinosaur. He's going straight in the bucket. Like I said, I haven't had any for a while, but we might let a few go just for good luck. What do we got here? I think we've got about 20 in the bucket. I'm going to have to get some more water in that bucket, and I am by myself, so Eileen's at work. I don't want to be too greedy. Look at the colours on them. I don't know whether that's because the water's getting real cold or not, but look, it's almost purple. Nice. What I'm thinking is, just for good luck's measures, apart from this big fella up here that doesn't want to come out, he must be stuck, is he? What are you doing, mate? He's stuck in the mesh. Absolute beauty. There'd have to be 25 large yabbies in there. I'm going to let these ones go just for good luck. No point in taking them all. I'm by myself. Eileen's at work. She's probably going to be up me when she sees this video. But it's always good luck. Let about 10 go. I do still have another trap, which I'm thinking the other trap is going to do the best. That's why I left it till last. Like I said, it's in a different hole. Wow, unbelievable. Well, that's a myth totally busted. There would have been 35, 40 extra large yabbies and some absolute bloody beauties. It's almost borderline better than what I got through summer out of here. Now the part that I dread. Oh, that's absolutely unbelievable. Be 35 really big yabbies out of 3 traps. Pretty good spot though. The only thing is now I've got to lug that bloody esky out of here. About a 10 kilo esky through the scrub. That's the part that's not so fun, but it is good exercise, so let's do it. These things here can catch you out pretty easy too. Little bloody stumps everywhere. That's a good sight. It is actually a little bit warm today. I'm sure there will be a few people that will know this little log. Always done well here, so I thought it'd be a good test out. I put the trap in, it was only fairly shallow. You can see the top of it sticking out there, but I thought I'd just leave it shallow. I know there's a lot of yabbies in this area. They're probably all up in here in the shallows anyway. So let's find out, shall we? See if we can do it one-handed, which shouldn't be too hard. You beauty. And a couple of nice ones again. Look at this fella. Bloody horse. See if I can get him out. Look at that. Absolute bloody horse. Come here, mate. That's what we're after. He's a bloody nice one. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Just epic failed it. Trap dropped in upside down. Lost most of them. The big fella's coming off the log. Lucky I've got about 30 in the bucket already. Oh well, I just thinned them out to about what I wanted anyway. That's what you call a nice yabbie right there. Not too shabby at all. Check that out. That's a half a bucket, and it's a big bucket of absolute beauties. Try and get them in the sun a bit. I thought I'd come out the lake just to have a look. Haven't been out here for ages. Bought the metal detector, got onto a signal straight up. Check this out. I'm not really too sure what it is. I think it's something interesting though. Got a nice little signal here. Found this funny looking little thing. I don't know what it's for. I'll get it cleaned out and we'll have a look at it. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what that thing's used for. It's got a little thread in the end there. Sort of like the cone shape with a hole in the bottom. I wonder what that's used for. I've only been here like 2 minutes. Oh, I got that signal straight away. And I'm not going to take that home with me. With my history, I don't want to be caught with one of those. Look, straight in the bin. I reckon a few of my subscribers could probably use that thing. Not really too sure what it is though. Oh, you beauty. Just got paid $2. Not going to complain about that. $2 in the bank's better than in the bank. I thought that sounded pretty good. $2. Stick that in my pocket. We'll keep going. I've literally only been here 5 minutes. Found one of them little odd brass things and $2. Always best to try and leave no trace that you've been there. Within an hour or two, you'll not even be able to tell that I've dug that out there, and I'm not in a sensitive area. So just, I know I'm going to cop it in the comments, but I'm not going to hound people on what not to do and what to do. People will do the wrong thing whether I say it or not. If only they would invent smell-o-vision. Oh, they smell bloody beautiful, buttery, garlicky. Oh, fresh. I know it's going to be a bit hot. Nice big tail. And the bloody mouthful to go with it. Eileen's going to be spewing. No, I left all the big nippers and probably half a dozen of the bigger yabbies at home for Eileen, so she doesn't miss out, because if she watches this video and I didn't save her any, I'd be in trouble. I wouldn't really, but I always share. We might call this a video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Next video, I think we're going to do a bit more on the food ban. I was going to do it on this video, but we're just not going to get there. We've got to go away tomorrow and get some supplies. And as you know, life goes on. No, we've got something planned every day for another week or so. But we're going to give you a good rundown of what we're cooking, and it won't be very long. I think another week or 10 days till our first big event. So stick around. Catch you later.